everyone, and welcome to today's episode of GameStack. This is episode 171, Kill Screen. I am Shalene, and joining me today is the amazing, spectacular Vendertron. Hi, Vendertron.
Hi, Shalene. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, buddy?
I missed you.
It's
Happy New
been
Year.
far too long, hasn't it?
How was your Christmas?
It was
Was it good?
good. Yeah, it was good. I had a pretty busy holiday season. Um,
Judging by the fact that we didn't have Animal Crossing Thursday, I was kind of wondering whether or not you had gotten any rest over the holidays.
Yeah, not really. Not really at all. Um, but I did get some unexpected time off this week due to some inclement weather. And
Mm.
yeah, you're from Canada, so you would laugh at the snow that we've got here in
It's I
Texas.
think it's like 5 degrees Fahrenheit at home right now.
Gross.
Yeah, when
Gross,
we
gross.
return, it's supposed to be like minus 25 Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be chilly.
Well, we got
But
like
I
an
am
inch of
definitely
snow, so that brought
enjoying
Albuquerque screeching to a halt.
Mm. I'm definitely enjoying the weather though here in California. It's very nice. This is a sunset photo that I took the other day. So
Beautiful.
but I'm mostly just cooped up writing right now. I'm working a lot,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm not really doing anything leisurely. Carlo, my partner, is off this week, so he's been doing a lot of tennis and golf and things like that and hanging around the house. But
Oh, that's nice.
yeah,
That's really
Christmas was
nice.
nice. It was nice and relaxing. It was busy, but not like crazy.
Mm.
So yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah, I missed all
Yeah.
of you. I'm so excited to be doing a show again. It's so
Same.
funny, I never realized how much I enjoy doing this every at the end of every week until I'm not doing it.
I really
And
missed it while we were away.
yeah, it's really nice. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to hop into it.
Yeah. Off the top, I will just mention to the folks that you usually run the technical aspects of the stream and the recording, but you're not able to do that because you don't have your normal setup. You just have your laptop. So I'm doing that this week. So if there are any inconsistencies in quality or if something's broken, that's entirely my fault. So apologies in advance.
Hmm. If you have a problem with listening to the show, you can always submit your feedback to our suggestions channel where it will most certainly be ignored.
Yes.
Um, yeah.
But do let me know if anything's wrong, like if you can't hear it or if you have problems, please do let me know. Um, and I will mention also that the show is brought to you by Oak and Crow Coffee. You can visit oakandcrow.com and buy a bag of We Just Love coffee. And $2 from each purchase will go to the Children's Miracle Network. And of course, as always, please help us spread the word. Tell your friends, tell your grandma, tell your grandma's friends, share us on your social media, etc., etc. We also have a fantastic Discord server that we would like to take a moment to shill. Vendertron, what's been going on in the Discord?
The Discord is always so good at this time of year because everybody is sharing what they're doing over the holidays. And even for individuals in our community who may not spend Christmas with their families or don't have the opportunity to do that, they feel like they have a family in the Discord that they can go and share in the holiday season with. So it's been really nice to see what everybody has been up to throughout the Christmas season, the holiday season, as well as New Year's. Everybody posting pictures of their Christmas trees and their fancy feasts throughout the holiday season, and then of course RTZ sprinkling gifts out to people throughout the community over the holiday season as well, and we'll get to that in just a moment. Um, but yes, so if you are listening to the show for the first time, or if you haven't joined our Discord and you've been lurking listening to the show for quite some time, and you want to be a part of that community beyond just listening to the show, head on over to twitch.tv/we just love games, and you can find the link to our Discord channel right there in the about information on our Twitch page.
Lovely. Oh, hey, we have a first time chatter in the chat. Of course, always we appreciate everybody in chat. We've got longtime listeners Tim Twig, Brock, also known as
Who is
Alex,
that? Tim Twig? Who is
Tasman,
that?
um, and Sulior. But we have a new first time chatter, Frey Guy 1317, who says, longtime podcast listener here. Always look forward to the show. Fun to be able to join the live show for a bit. Welcome, Frey Guy. We're really happy to have you. That's always fun to
Hmm.
see somebody new in the chat. And even though you're not new, you're a longtime listener, but new to us.
Yes, indeed.
So we are doing things a little bit backwards today. Vendor's going to bring you the news. So, Vendor, what is in the news?
Wow, that bumper really comes screaming out of the gate, doesn't it?
I did that really poorly. This just in, whatever, do the news.
um, so before we hop into the news, it is our first show of the month, and that means new releases. But before we hop into new releases, we have some free games to tell you about in our own Discord community, spearheaded by our own RTZ13. So he has a list of available Steam games that you or anybody in the community may have that are up for grabs. The first one, Aliens: Fireteam Elite. Then we have Backbone, Bendy and the Dark Revival, Cloudpunk, Doom Eternal, Epic Chef, Euro Truck Simulator 2, Fallout 1, and perhaps also Fallout 76, Five Dates, Phobia, Saint Dinfna Hotel, Founder's Fortune, Ghost Runner, Golf Gang, Hard West, Icewind Dale, Enhanced Edition, Kingdoms of Amalur, Re-Reckoning, Fate Edition, Marvel Midnight Suns, Observer, System Redux, Operation Tango, Pathfinder, Kingmaker Enhanced Plus Edition, Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. There's 2 copies of that for giveaway. Payday 2, Phantom Doctrine, Planscape, Torment Enhanced Edition, Shadow Tactics, Aiko's Choice, Siege Survival, Gloria Victis, Spiritfarer, Farewell Edition, Strange Brigade, The Invisible Hand, and these ones are new to the list: The Red Lantern, Thronebreaker, The Witcher Tales, Ticket to Ride, and Twin Mirror. So if you are interested in picking up any games within our community, just send RTZ13 a message or get a hold of him in the GameStack Marketplace channel.
Yeah, there's some
And
great titles on that list. So,
I also
those
want
are
to mention.
available to absolutely anybody that's listening. You don't have to be a mod. You don't have to be, a frequent chatter. Anybody who's listening can shoot RTZ a message, and he'll get you hooked up.
I should also say that somebody else in the GameStack Marketplace channel had said that Guardians of the Galaxy is free right now in the Epic Games Store. That may be out of date, but you might
That's
want to
still
double check
free.
if
I
you're.
checked earlier today. I claimed that one.
Excellent.
That's something I was interested in playing.
Right. Okay. So now we have um, the biggest games to be released for January 2024. Now, this list is not at all by means exhaustive because we are sans Joseph Tao this evening. So we did not get a comprehensive list from him, but we're going to try our best. For the month of January, you can expect to get Bulletstorm in VR on PC, PS5, and Quest. That comes out January
Bulletstorm was
18th.
fun, man. That's an oldie but a goodie.
Yeah, it is. And You can check that out, available on January 18th. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, much anticipated, on January 18th on PC, PS5, PS4, Switch, Xbox Series X and S. You can pre-order that on Amazon as well. The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered for PS5 will be coming out January 19th. As well, Graven on PC, January 23rd. Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth on PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, and Xbox One on January 26th. And then we have Tekken 8 on PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S on January 26th as well. And then PC via Steam Early Access. This date is to be determined still. That's Pal World on PC. And then we also have a list of additional, less bigger titles being released throughout the month. Leica Aged Through Blood coming out on Switch January 11th. Momodora, Moonlit Farewell War Hospital on PC, January 11th. Top Racer Collection on PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, Xbox One, Switch on January 11th. And then on the 12th, you can get Crystal Story, Dawn of the Dusk on PC. Gungrave Gore Ultimate Enhanced Edition on Switch, January 12th as well. And then on the 18th, you'll be able to get 3 games: Dread Out 2 on Switch, Bulletstorm VR on PC, PS5, and Quest, and Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown on PC, PS5, PS4, Switch, Xbox Series X and S. And I think I previously already announced that one just a moment ago. Another Code: Recollection on Switch, January 19th, as well. The Last of Us Part 2, which I mentioned already, as well as Graven on the 23rd. Howl, you can pick up on PS5, Xbox Series X on January 23rd, as well as Neptunia: Sisters versus Sisters on the Switch. Apollo Justice: Ace Attorney Trilogy on PC, PS5, Xbox One, and the Switch as well on January 25th, as well as Macross: Shooting Insight, PC, PS5, PS4, and Switch. Shiren the Wanderer: The Mystery Dungeon of Serpent Coil Island on Switch. Tuhu Luna Nights on PS5 and PS4, January 25th. And also on the 25th, Under Night in Birth 2 on PC, PS5, PS4, and Switch. Then on the 26th, as I said, Like a Dragon and Tekken 8. And then on the 30th, The Lost Legends of Redwall: The Scout Anthology. And that'll be on PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, and Xbox One. And then finally, via Steam Early Access, as I mentioned, was Pal World.
I
So that's
loved those Redwall
that's
books
quite a bit of.
so much as a kid, so much. And
Mhm,
I'm interested to see if the game would be any good. I don't know if it's like a visual novel.
mhm. Yeah, and I thought, following the new releases for the month, I figured it would be a good time to also talk about some of our most anticipated games coming out of the gate in 2024. And 2023, we've heard that it was one of the biggest years in history for video games. We saw a lot of new AAA titles come out. 2024, however, is shaping up to have quite a few big releases this year to keep you from finishing that massive backlog of games on your GameStack that have piled up from the previous year. So, I do want to note, though, that the release dates are really about as reliable as the weather. And so, if there's anything we've learned from Skull and Bones, we know that the release dates for games are a little bit wishy-washy. Um, yeah. So to start off, January new releases, like we said, Like a Dragon: Infinite Wealth. This comes out on the 26th. This is um, it's a beloved protagonist of Yakuza, Like a Dragon, and the Kazuma Kiryu, who is the original hero of the series. But this time they adventure in the exotic locale of Hawaii. And so, if you're interested in playing through that story, you should check that out. Tekken 8 as well. If you're interested in doing a little bit more of a deep dive into the thrilling chapters of the longest running storyline in video games, you can check out Meat 32's redesigned fighters and master the all new heat system to deliver a devastating blow to your opponents. February brings a wave of excitement. Shalene, Persona 3 Reload is coming on the 2nd, anticipated to be released on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. And this is a game where you step into the shoes of a student who is transferred and caught in this mysterious hour between days. And so you have to really sort of fight your way through this enigma of a dark hour that is your world, and your friends really rely on your strength as you face thrilling challenges and forge unforgettable bonds. As well, in February on the 2nd, Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, which is anticipated. Helldivers 2 on the 8th as well, anticipated to be released on PC and PS5. This is a third person squad based shooter, and you take command as a member of the elite Helldivers forces, battling to rid the galaxy of menacing alien threats. Banishers: Ghosts of New Eden.
I'm
This
looking
comes out
forward to that one.
February
I think it looks
13th.
really cool.
Oh yeah, are you gonna play it?
I don't know if I'll actually play it, but it looks really cool. I mean, I don't play as
Mm-hmm.
many video games as I used to, but
Mm. Yeah, in this game, they anticipate this will be out on PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S. But in this game, you're really immersing yourself in a love story between
mm-hmm.
two people. You play as Banisher, and you enter a world of New Eden, and you solve different supernatural mysteries and reveal new secrets and encounter ancient creatures and things like that. So there is, of course, a crafting component to that game as well. Then on my birthday, February 16th, you can get Mario versus Donkey Kong. And this will be on the Switch. And it's really running, jumping, and solving puzzles as you do quests with stolen mini Mario toys.
This looks
Uh,
cute.
so you have to overcome different obstacles and put your brain to the test in this action-packed, story-based Mario game with
Looks
Donkey
like some
Kong.
old school conky dong
Konky Dong.
gameplay.
That just happened. Okay. Pacific Pacific Drive on February 22nd. This is on PC and PS5. This looks like a really cool game. So it's a first person survival, and you are in your trusty car, which is your only companion,
That's
and
so cool.
you have to navigate a surreal reimagining of the Pacific Northwest, encountering different supernatural dangers in the Olympic exclusion zone, presumably riddled with radiation. And I think we seen a trailer for this earlier in the fall last year, and it looked really good. You're in like this old beat up like station wagon, but it's your like trusty car, and it's just getting you through all these hard times. And yeah, I'm sure anybody who car camps or anybody who's like a nomad and drives their car all over the country is totally going to play this game.
There is a shortage of automobile based post
True,
apocalyptic games, so
true.
I'm looking forward to that.
Final Fantasy 17 Rebirth
Just seven.
will. Oh, is it seven?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, seven Rebirth. Does it matter?
I mean, at this point,
Does it really matter? February 29th, that's on PS5. I'm just gonna gloss over those details. March, more thrilling games. The Outlast Trials on the 5th, PS5, PC, and Xbox. This is a game where you travel back to the Cold War era, and you're caught in the clutches of a conglomerate corporation as a human guinea pig, and you have to sort of traverse, these inhumane, disturbing experiments on brainwashing and mind control. So this is sort of a psychological horror thriller game. It looks really good. Homeworld 3 on March 8th comes out on PC. This is a part of the beloved sci-fi RTS series. Alone in the Dark on the 20th. That's on PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S. This is a story based game where you experience a haunting story through the eyes of Edward Carnby or Emily Hartwood, two of the game's characters, and you have to fight creatures and solve puzzles, etc. Dragon's Dogma 2 on the 22nd, PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. Um, if you like the Dogma series, Rise of the Ronin, also on the 22nd on PS5. This is a story based game where you adventure through a war torn 19th century Japan. That looks pretty good. South Park: Snow Day comes out in March, at the end of March as well. PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X and S, and Switch. Um, And so, if any of you really love or loved South Park, maybe this game will be for you. April brings us Saga Emerald Beyond as well. June, then we skip forward to June where we see Destiny 2, the final reshape, at the beginning of June. And this is where you rally the Vanguard and confront the final shape, and really fight to sort of save the universe and etc. etc. If any of you like Destiny 2, you've played Destiny 2, haven't
I
you, Julie?
have played a pretty good chunk of Destiny 2. I've played, I think, most of the main campaign, if not all of it, and some of the expansions, but not that much of it of the
Mm,
expansions. So,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
um, it's been years though since I've played, and
mm.
honestly, I don't know that much about Destiny 2 because when I did play, I was just being an NPC for Rick, just following him around, being a sniper.
Then also in August, we have Black Myth Wukong, and this is an action RPG that is steeped in Chinese lore. So if you love Chinese lore, you may want to check this out. It's based on the classical novel Journey to the West, and this game really takes you to different adventures where you uncover some truths behind the legend as the Destined One. So check that out.
It looks neat.
Then at the start of the fall, we have Warhammer 4000 Space Marine 2, PAC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S. And then some additional games that are coming or speculated to come. Now, this list is not anywhere set in stone, but you can possibly see Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erd Tree, which has been sort of an expansion that From Softwares have sort of hinted at. Hades 2 as well in early access. Little Nightmares 3, PC, PS, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I'll be curious to see what that looks like. Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, which we know will probably end up on the nomination list for
Hmm.
Game of the Year. Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. Check that one out as well. Everyone is waiting for Star Wars Outlaws. Stellar Blade as well is the other game that'll be out on PS5 platform. So that we've got a pretty jam-packed year, and that's not even mentioning any games that potentially could still be announced that haven't been announced.
Absolutely, yeah.
So,
Should be another good
any
year for games.
what are your thoughts for games coming this year?
Honestly, I kind of chimed in at the ones where I was really where I had much of a strong opinion on them.
I like
Um,
how this list didn't even mention Skull and Bones, even though it's supposed to be released in February, right?
yeah, March wasn't it, or was it February?
I don't
It's
remember.
supposed to be soon. Honestly, I just my hopes are low, very low.
Yeah.
So we shall see.
Yeah. Anyways, speaking of low hope, Starfield is going to introduce new survival mechanics.
You're so mean to Starfield.
This article comes from Kotaku by Emily Spindler, and she says that Bethesda has wrapped up their year in a end of year update for Starfield with a raft of promises for new updates and some content such as new survival mechanics. According to this blog post, Starfield players played over 22 million days of the game, spent 26 million hours shipbuilding, visited 1.9 billion planets, and were killed by Ashta over 1.7 million times. That's a lot of hours, but that's pretty cool. But it's also what's coming, right? And so you can expect updates on about roughly every 6 weeks, starting in February. And some of these updates will be quality of life improvements, others new content, as well as featured updates. Bethesda has previously discussed introducing official modding support and all new ways of traveling, as well as the ability to access city maps while exploring major cities.
Yeah, it's
As
good that they're
well,
supporting the game and that they have a long-term plan to
mhm.
support the game.
These updates will also include expanding on ship customization with ship decorations, new ship building options, and more. As well, all new gameplay options and gameplay that allows for an easier or more challenging experience that will expand beyond the typical player difficulty settings. Uh, and also the new survival mechanics, which most people are really excited about. So, um, this comes after Todd Howard had previously said that planetary exploration was initially much more punitive until Bethesda really nerfed it. The previous system was meant to include more detailed environmental damage, which would encourage players to sort of carry different suits to withstand different elements on different planets.
Interesting.
But they felt that that was too complex at the time, and so they took that away from the player enjoyment in the game. They will also imminently receive official mod support with the launch of Creations. We'll see how this goes. Beginning early next year, Starfield will receive its own exporter, with players also getting access to a creation kit.
I
Modding has
really, I
always
feel like it's important to note that creations is not just not the same thing as mods. It's just not.
it's
The
Bethesda
creation
controlling the
club is,
modding
yeah,
community.
it's
That's what it is. Yeah.
Bethesda approved mods that you pay
Mhm.
for. And while
Mhm.
I am not opposed to the idea of paying for a mod, the idea of modders getting paid for their work, it's just not the same thing
Yeah,
as mods.
exactly.
It's just
Mhm.
not.
Yeah, so modding has always been an enormous part of our games. This is what Todd Howard was saying. With the incredible community-made content constantly bringing fresh new experiences, with the scale and systems in Starfield, we can't wait to see what everyone comes up with. The final update that people can expect with Starfield was the mention of the game's first major expansion, Shattered Space. Now, Bethesda says that the expansion is currently in development and will be coming next year, with Shattered Space set to introduce new story content, new locations, new gear, and much more. It does look like they're hoping for another busy year with Starfield. Lots of new updates and fixes. We didn't get much of a look at the Game Awards based on the stats that were previously published, but it does look like a hefty amount of players really loved playing Starfield.
Hmm.
And whether or not these updates will sort of bring Starfield up to the caliber that we expected it to be at launch has yet to be determined. But we have seen an outpouring of community love for past Bethesda's games, no matter how tumultuous they have been. So it's certainly possible that Starfield will make its way through the battle just fine,
I
just
am
unscathed.
hopeful about the continued support
Yeah.
and hopeful that that they might bring some things that will change my own feelings. You know, that will make me feel interested in the game.
Well, you may be interested in Starfield because most of the content there you don't have to pay for. But Shalene, if you played Star Citizen ever, or if you haven't, this may be
Oh,
enough to
Star
deter you.
Citizen.
The inflation in Star Citizen has, if you thought your red peppers at the grocery store, Shalene, were pricey, this Star Citizen MMO is charging 48,000 US dollars for a ship pack. This is 3 times the US annual minimum salary.
I
This article
really want to
comes to
know
us.
how many people have purchased this.
We've talked, I feel like we've talked about this before in the past. Somebody spent like
There are people
$40,000
who
or
have
something on
spent
it, like
like
something stupid
just
like that.
ludicrous dollars on
Yeah,
Star Citizen.
yeah, yeah. This article comes from Hiram Cryer at Games Radar, and they go on to say that the this spaceship bundle it was first noted by Tweaktown. Um, It's a Legatus ship pack for 2023. What makes this bundle so noteworthy for the MMO is um, is its price. Its price. It's crazy. Why does this package cost or this bundle cost so much? It includes basically everything ever released in Star Citizen at the time that the pack went on sale, which includes 221 ships, as well as paints, concepts, ship hulls, clothes, posters, and models. I I think okay, so it's worth noting that the price of the ship pack has actually increased pretty significantly over the past year. And we have talked about the Shalene because the article is making reference to it.
Mm-hmm.
2020 version of the ship pack was $40,000. And then it rose to $42,000 the following year in 2022. Now it has jumped to $48,000. And this is just crazy, Shalene. This is absolutely
Just
bonkers.
thinking about this makes me feel so anxious.
I really want there to be an article in the next 6 months that someone's child has gotten hold of their high credit limit Visa and bought this ship pack and put a $48,000 bill on their black MasterCard.
You could buy an actual boat for this money.
You could put a down payment on a house with this money.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you are spending your money on this, it's one of two things. You're either ridiculously wealthy and you have money to burn, or you have no idea where your priorities are. I don't know.
Goodness gracious.
Anyways, I can't even afford like a $48 DLC pack, so you know.
It's just, this stresses me out. Just to think about it stresses me out.
Mhm. I know they're controlling everything with money. That's yeah. That's not the only thing to be controlled, though, Shalene. You can expect your mind to be controlled through generative AI. A This article comes from CNBC, and it's written by Trevor Lawrence Jochims. And he goes on to say that it's not just human life that will be remade by the rapid advance of generative AI. NPCs, the figures who populate generated worlds in video games, um, that have largely run unscripted or limited scripts, are being tested as one of the first core gaming aspects where AI can improve gameplay and immersiveness. So, this is a partnership between Microsoft, Xbox, and In World AI as a prime example, where they're working on better dialogue as just a first step to game development. Um, Kylan Gibbs, the chief product officer and co-founder of InWorld AI, says AI NPCs are not just a technological leap. They're a paradigm shift for player engagement. We're creating the tech that allows NPCs to evolve beyond predefined roles, adapt to player behavior, and learn from interactions and contribute to a living, breathing game world. And this is a pretty big opportunity, I think, for game developers. It's a way to shift the narrative around AI to show its potential benefits within player driven narratives in video games. The interaction between the two companies will be certainly something to monitor for the years to come. And I think, John Spitzer, who's the vice president of developer and performance technology at NVIDIA, said all developers are interested in how artificial intelligence can impact game development processes. And, NVIDIA is closely monitoring this as well to see how they can incorporate this technology into their graphics cards as well and other technology.
I might
But
just
the
be an old fogey, but I don't know that I want my games thinking for themselves.
I think this can be psychologically dangerous. Um, and I don't think we're at a place in terms of safety with AI to really be setting it free into the gaming world, especially because we have underage children who are still in their developmental stages, who may be interacting with this technology, right?
Do you
And then,
want
of course,
Terminators? Because this is how you get Terminators.
I mean, and then also think about the mental health implications here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, all it takes is one person to die by suicide after playing an AI based game to call attention to regulators. Hopefully, it doesn't come to that point. Hopefully, we have stopgap measures and safeties in place to prevent this kind of thing. But we need to have this narrative. And I think this article is really important. He goes
This
on to
got
say that
really dark really
he
fast.
goes on to say that the technology behind AI NPCs will become a catalyst for a new era of storytelling, creative expression, and innovative gameplay. Um, but Bing Gordon, who's an in world advisor and former chief creative officer at Electronic Arts, said that the biggest advancements in gaming in recent decades have been through improvements in visual fidelity and graphics. But Gordon is now a chief product officer at venture capital Kleiner Perkins and serves on the board of Take Two Interactive. And he believes that AI will remake the world of both the gamer and game designer. He goes on to say AI will enable truly immersive worlds and sophisticated narratives that put players at the center of the fantasy. Moreover, AI that influences fundamental game mechanics has the potential to increase engagement and draw players deeper into the game. But that's what he says that's what we're expecting to see as a major first impact, and we'll just have to watch and see how this unfolds. I think I like the idea of moving past um, generative programming because empty worlds are not what people want.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's a lot of potential here for AI, but the crux of the article. There was a recent study that noted that AI is already taking on some tasks, including pre-production and planning out of game content. And you can expect it to play a much larger role in the development of video games, including characters, dialogue, and environments. But Bain's research shows that AI will manage more than half of a game development within 5 years to a decade.
Wow.
And this may not lead to lower production costs, but it will lead to increased development costs. So, so what we can see, what we can expect to happen, and hopefully this doesn't happen, is that games will be more expensive to make, which means that they'll be more expensive to buy, and more people will be laid off because the AI is doing their job for them. So
Wow.
we'll see what happens. I don't know.
Tim in the chat says, "Will the next Switch dream of electric Goombas?"
Yeah, no kidding. I think there's a place for AI, but we have to find it
Mm-hmm.
and we have to do it safely.
I
So,
find AI a little bit terrifying. Maybe more than a little.
mm.
Yeah.
Well, what may also be terrifying is China's recent ban on video games. Have you heard about this over the holidays, Shalene?
I have not. What's going on?
So the Chinese government decided that they were going to try banning video games again, as if they could do that, please. Um, and this was met with significant backlash. Feng Shizin, who is the head of the publishing unit of the Chinese Communist Party's publicity department, who in their position had the oversight of China's video game regulator, and they were fired last week, according to a Reuters report published on Tuesday. Sources familiar with the story said that Fang's departure was linked to the slate of proposed video game restrictions announced on December 22nd. And the restrictions were really meant to discourage people from playing video games by limiting in game spending and restricting daily login rewards. But the move, however, rattled markets. It actually fluctuated markets and sparked a massive sell off of game stocks.
Hmm.
So, according to Bloomberg, Tencent, NetEase, and Bilibili, all popular video game developers, lost over 80 billion in market value in a single day.
That's rough.
Shortly after, Chinese officials quickly walked back the restrictions. The regulator said in a notice on the following day that it would refine the proposed regulations after considering feedback from the industry. Stephen Luong, an executive director at the brokerage firm UOBK Huan, told Bloomberg that Fang's removal will reduce the chance of further panic selling, but wouldn't attract new liquidity buying. So, yeah, I think that this is just another example of how regulation can go very wrong in the video game industry.
Indeed. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what a disaster.
yeah. There's a time and a place for regulation in video games, and this was not a way to do it. But Kami's gonna Kami, so yeah. Um, Speaking of weird things happening in video games, I don't know how to segue into this. I want to save the best for last, but Samsung TVs. Do you have a Samsung, Shalene?
You know what? I think my TV in storage is a Samsung, actually.
I have a Samsung TV and I love it. It's a great TV. Highly recommend. We're not sponsored by Samsung,
But we could be.
but
Call us.
we could be. Let's look. Samsung TVs are getting their own video game controllers.
I feel like
Yeah,
this is only. It's only a matter of time before the video games just. You go directly to the TV, you know? There's no
I
more
mean,
console.
there's going to be a time when Microsoft is making its own TV.
Hmm.
Yeah. The controller looks vaguely similar to the Xbox controller, in shape and size.
Hmm.
It looks more reminiscent of the Xbox controller for sure. It is expected to launch later this year, and it's going to cost about $50 US.
Yeah, it looks more like a 360 controller than the current
Yeah,
model of Xbox.
you can expect this hardware to come in Replay Midnight Blue, as they're calling it. And you'll also be able to utilize Samsung's new gaming hub, which is a cloud gaming interface built into the TV, and will allow players to access their gaming content through that hub as well.
Yeah, I think this is cool.
I
I'm for it.
think that I think this is a smart move by Samsung that no other maker has tried to do yet.
Agreed. Hmm.
So I think what we're going to expect to see this year is LG is going to be doing this, and Toshiba is going to be doing this, and
Yeah.
so
I mean, you can't have console wars if there's no console.
yeah,
Modern
exactly.
problems require modern solutions.
If you don't like the table, flip over the table. So, but this really comes at the advent of more mainstream gaming becoming part of our lives, integrated within our TVs in our homes. Samsung had launched its gaming hub in 2022, which was an interface that connected the game streaming services such as NVIDIA GeForce Now and Xbox Game Pass. LG also markets its OLED TV as ideal for gaming with Dolby Vision support, 4K resolution, etc., etc. Sony also markets its Bavaria XR TVs as gaming televisions, but this industry is going to grow significantly more in the years to come. So, yeah. And to top the news off, I wanted to end on a positive note. A teenager in the US, I don't know if his name has been released. He goes by the handle of something. Oh, this is the wrong
His
article.
his name
There it
is
is. I clicked on the wrong link.
Willis
An
Gibson.
Willis Gibson, an Oklahoma teenager, is believed to have become the first human player to beat Nintendo's classic video game Tetris 34 years after its release.
So how many non-humans are beating Tetris? Do
All
we have
kinds. Yeah.
wildebeests playing Tetris? Eh, Perhaps refrigerators are playing Tetris? I don't understand. I don't get
Tim says, I hate this kid.
it.
Wilson posted a video on his YouTube channel of the moment he reached level 157, which, as you may know if you play Tetris, has the potential to cause the game to crash. A 13-year-old fell back into his chair, declaring, "I'm going to pass out. I can't feel my fingers." That often happens to me when I write. #PhD life. It only took 38 minutes for him to beat the game.
I am so impressed with this. Like, I can't even. This
I know,
is
right?
amazing. What an amazing accomplishment.
Players believed up until a few years ago that it was only possible to play up to level 29. The uh, the popular game Tetris has seen players falling blocks into perfect horizontal lines for years and years. It was originally created in 1984 by Soviet engineer Alexei Pajatnov. And it gained significant popularity in its debut on the Nintendo Entertainment System NES and Nintendo's Game Boy handheld console in 1989. Um, in 2010, there was a professional competitive gamer, Thor Ackerland, who managed to reach level 30 by using a technique called hyper tapping, where a player vibrates their fingers in a way which moves the controller faster than the in game speed. And this led to other players adopting the same strategy and other techniques as well to see how far they could go. But as of last month, only AI had been able to reach the game's true kill screen up until now. And at the end of his 38-minute run, his screen crashes, blocks no longer come down as he beats the game, and he goes by the name of Blue Scuddy on YouTube, and he's been playing the game for 2 years.
See, that's the thing. They're like, oh, he's been playing since he was 11. He's 13 now. That's.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been playing Tetris for like 3 times as long as this kid has been alive.
he's he's like, yeah, I've been playing Tetris for nearly half a decade. Oh man, it just makes me feel even older.
Oh, gosh. The inadequacy is strong.
It is very strong. He did say, when I started playing this game, I never expected to ever crash the game or beat it ever. And he also says that he also broke the overall score and 3 other Tetris World records in the process. And other gamers, of course, are now trying to beat the 13-year-old's record, with many documenting their attempts on social media and video
Mm-hmm.
streaming websites. So,
That is amazing. Congratulations, Willis.
and that's the news. Back to you.
Thank you. That was some great news. But let's go on into the stocks. This week in the stocks, we have Sony sitting at $91.79. Of course, these are in US dollars, and the plus minus differential is reported since our last podcast, so that's been about 3 weeks. So at 91.79, that is up $2.49. Microsoft is sitting at $374.37. That is up 14 cents. Nintendo is at $12.02, up almost a quarter. Take Two's at $163.12, up $7.80. Ubisoft, this may be a typo. It's showing that it's at $5.09, which would be a drop of $21.31. That may be a typo.
I think those numbers might be switched around, Shalene.
So
The stock is now
stock is at
21.31.
21.31, and the difference is $5.05 drop. And EA is sitting at $142.35. That is up $5.21. Tencent is up 80 cents at $39.72. And Roblox Core is at 43.31. That is up almost $2.50. So it looks like we've got a positive trend going on with the stock market. Not a big surprise coming off of the holiday season, which is always going to be a strong time for video game sales.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's see. We've got. Do we have any mail, Thunder?
We
I
do.
didn't check.
We do have some mail.
You've got mail.
We've got mail.
We do. We do have mail. Yes. We have mail from a listener that goes by Shorty0211. And they said, "Hi, friends. I'm generally a WJLG lurker, but my renewed love of reading over the last year has me begging a question for everyone. What game do you wish could be turned into a book or series? And Shalene, you're just like, okay, I got this. But wait, brownie points for a preferred character point of view and or quest line. I think mine would be a tie for Fallout 4 from my beloved Nick Valentine's POV or Portal 2 from Ratman's POV. What say you, Shalene?
Well, this is a big question because I do love books so much. But I do want to start off with just mentioning a couple of video game tie-in books that are really good. The Halo Extended Universe books are pretty excellent. I really especially liked Ghosts of Onyx, but there are some fantastic books in that series. There are some great books in the Gears of War series. There are some great Dragon Age books. I loved some of the Dragon Age books very much, actually. There was a good Bioshock book. There are some Assassin's Creed books. Some of them are terrible, just absolutely, just really poorly written, like, whew, really bad. Um, but I'm trying to think of what doesn't exist that might be really interesting. Um, let's go through some of the listener stuff while I think
Yeah.
about it.
So Fire and Gasoline says, "Oh, Nick Valentine, that would be a killer series." Um, they said they would dig a Link series.
Fun.
Favorite franchise besides the Fallout universe. RTZ says Fallout books, maybe even some pre-war stories. And then ones already existing. I really enjoyed the prequel stories of Mass Effect and Halo.
Mm-hmm.
And then Moxie says, I definitely think Bethesda missed how much they could make off doing books or graphic novels that focused on
Agreed.
companions or just
Agreed.
even original characters. Sully says, I would have to think on what game I would want to be made into a book, but as far as books and games, I really like some of the series in Skyrim, the different tales of Decimus Scotti and also the real Berenzia are two of my favorite. I know I butchered those. Two of my favorite series of the books in Skyrim. I think what I would really like is LA Noir book series.
That would be great. That would be really
And
good.
or I would also accept a Red Dead Redemption book series.
Mm-hmm.
And I also kind of want a Goat Simulator book series, just saying.
That would be zany. Very zany.
Cyberpunk would be great. Yeah.
There, I thought about Dishonored, but Dishonored had a book, and I don't remember if I liked it or not. Um, and you know what would be really good is a novelization, I think, of The Last of Us. I think that could be very
Yeah,
interesting.
that would be so
Maybe one
good.
from the point of view of some of the other characters, like about the history of the Fireflies, something like that.
Mm-hmm,
Could be really
mm-hmm.
interesting.
We do have some New Year mail from RTZ13. He says, Happy New Year, all. We made it. First, I would like to publicly apologize for gifting games to people. I know gaming sometimes takes its toll on us. Also, on the same note, I have updated the list of free games on the GameStack Marketplace. I will add some more shortly, including Marvel Midnight Suns. Have a fun year. So that is his mail.
Thanks,
and
RTZ.
and that is all of our mail. We are up to snuff on mail stack. If you would like to send us some mail, you can join our Discord or go into the Discord and post directly in the mail stack channel. And if you want to send it by snail mail, you can email us at info@wejustlove games.com.
Thank you. That brings us to what the listeners are playing
It's my
with
favorite
our
part.
screenshots and stories. I hope this works. Okay, here's our first one. And these are just like in the middle of the screen because they were broken and that was the best I could do.
Okay.
These are some Minecraft axolotls from Alex and Zephyr. And I'm not sure if we've already done these, but they're very cute. They're very. Look
Did
at the
you
little
now,
yellow one.
Shalene, did you manage to get the challenge photos in as well?
Nope, I forgot about the challenge altogether.
Okay.
Completely
Okay, that's
forgot
okay.
that was a thing that we did.
That is okay. Just carry on. Carry
Yeah.
on.
And this is a Fallout 4 screenshot. I believe RTZ posted this. Can you help me out with the
Yes. So this shot is this is RTZ13. He says, "Here's the continuing journey of Nora, the charismatic and intelligent ex-lawyer who needed to pick up some new skills in the wasteland. Since the journey started, she became an expert sniper and weapons tinkerer, building the most efficient tools to pop some head. This resulted in the Pridwin running out of glue, as we're in dire need, more than them. Also, we're in the process of returning all the overdue books to the library as the therapeutic stress relief in this harsh new world." And so he posted this one as well in some power armor. Oh, this is Vexinator, this one here. And
Oh, okay.
Vexinator says, "When you have a mod, so you can play Skyrim in Fallout."
I
And
love how many people we have going back to Fallout 4. It's such a classic.
yeah, it's so good. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, this one was mine. This is a screenshot from Usagi Shima, the mobile bunny rabbit game that I've been playing. And one of these bunnies is just sitting in a cup noodle, just relaxing inside a cup noodle. And this one has a little mushroom head, and he is sitting inside a mushroom house. So,
Cute.
I
Cute.
mean, it's so adorable. I can't even. This one was from Tim Twig. This is an ESO screenshot. I believe it is on Tim's island, and we have his character Bagheera standing in front of a Christmas tree on the dock.
I almost thought that this was Sea of Thieves.
You know what? That would be an easy mistake to make. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
very cool. Okay, is this one RTZ's or?
This next one is RTZ. He says, "On a field trip with Dan's in the glowing sea. It's lovely this time of year." And he's got this picture of the glowing sea with trees in the background or what's left of them. It's all very good.
The glowing sea is far and away my favorite location in Fallout 4.
Mm-hmm.
Just a wonderful
Definitely.
place.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a legendary albino rad scorpion and also a deathclaw.
Yes,
There's
this
a
is
lot going
also in
on
the
here.
glowing sea. Yeah. So when he said field trip, I hope they signed waivers.
Indeed, gracious. And Paladin Dance is standing next to a bomb.
I don't know if the bomb
Oh
is
no,
Paladin Dance or
Paladin Dance is in the background there, and this is the player character next to this bomb.
yeah, this is also RTZ's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very nice.
The next is, I believe, Alex's photo. She says, "Zephyr and I are doing dangerous things in caves. This is 5 zombies and a creeper all in one
Oh
spot."
my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. I love that they've built a little window looking down into the cave.
Yeah, almost like it's like a zoo, and they have these
It is.
zombies,
Yes.
just don't tap the glass, okay?
It is a very dangerous menagerie. I love it. Ah, this one
Zephyr,
was mine as
Zephyr,
well. Oh, go ahead.
Zephyr also says she dumped lava on my head.
Oh, rude.
And then she responded more than once.
I feel like Alex has a fairly similar play style to me, and
Hmm.
that the people that she plays with occasionally suffer for it. So,
Hmm.
uh,
This is a great screenshot, Shalene. I also did partake in the new year
it was
on
so
Animal
much
Crossing.
fun. Yes, we'll talk about it a little more in our
Hmm.
gameplay, but Animal Crossing has an adorable little New Year's countdown event. And this is a screenshot of my villagers celebrating the new year with some fireworks.
Hmm.
Yes.
Somebody else also posted, Green Camps, I think, posted a similar shot as well.
Mm-hmm.
This shot comes from Alex as well. Says Zephyr stole a bird egg. This is in World of Warcraft.
Mm-hmm. It's a very fancy egg.
Yeah, it is a very fancy egg.
More Minecraft.
This is presumably Alex, but I've lost our sequence.
It
This is at
is.
the beginning.
I believe this is the axolotl tanks from farther back.
She says, "Okay, I'm sorry. I know we've been spamming a little bit, but Zephyr was impossibly excited to show me this when I got off work.
It's very cool. Very cool build.
Very good. Love it."
And this is more of RTZ's Nora playthrough in Fallout
Oh,
4.
yes. He says, I figured this can come here too. Nora is closing in on level 50, playing on very hard now as I've been one-shotting Deathclaws for a while. Boston is such a good playground. And it's a picture of Nora with her backpack and a fedora on, and she's standing on the top of some building in downtown Boston, overlooking all of the buildings and everything off in the distance. It's really good.
This honestly makes me want to go back to Fallout 4
I
and do a replay.
know.
It
Back when
was
Bethesda
such
games
a
were
good game.
okay.
Such a good game.
Okay, now this one, I don't know how I feel about it. Okay, this is Alex's photo. She says Zephyr in VR while playing Arizona Sunshine 2. I cannot take him seriously with that sombrero on.
That
He's
is
also
such
he's
a
also
ridiculous
wearing
hat.
a black knit face mask, which makes me very uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Combined with the sombrero, it's just ugh, it's horrible. It's horrible.
Just next photo. Go to the next one, please. Okay, here we go. So this one also in the same Arizona Sunshine 2. And it's Zephyr, and he says Alex is having a hard time, and she's wearing a gas mask, but her hands are all contorted. They're like
These are like AI art hands.
it's so terrible.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Hmm.
Okay, this is more of the Minecraft axolotl tanks. Zephyr is swimming with the fishes. It's very great. Okay, this brings us some Taz. I assume this is Taz because
Yeah,
this looks
this
like
is
farming sim.
definitely Taz. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've tell me about what's going on here.
So he looks like he's probably fertilizing or watering maybe some grapes. I see some
The vineyards.
stakes in the ground. He's got a little vineyard. He's got a tiny, tiny little tractor. What is it? A tractor for ants?
So cute.
Um, it's smaller than the water trailer.
It is. Oh, I
And
love this.
he's also got this very Christmassy scene of his farmhouse, all covered in snow. And in the front yard, there is a Christmas tree with Christmas lights and presents underneath, and it's snowing, and it's very Christmassy. I love it.
Taz, this is incredibly festive. I really like it. Okay.
And this one of him, he looks to be seeding, seeding a
Okay.
field. The field is all white. It looks like it snowed, but it's actually lime. He's put down lime, and he's now seeding it
Great.
with I don't know. I can't see what that. Maybe sunflower.
Okay, this is more Minecraft. I have no idea what this creature is, but I love it. It's some kind of a little red creature, and it's living in the lava. So
I really love its super wide set eyes.
very wide set eyes. It looks great.
So cute.
It looks amazing. Oh yes, this was another one from Alex. This was a World of Warcraft screenshot. She got a little companion named Buttercup. Buttercup is a teeny tiny little white and pink moose, and I said it
Oh
in the chat,
man,
and I'll say it again. I would die for Buttercup.
it's very cute. I
So
want a keychain.
cute.
I want a keychain of Buttercup.
So cute. Okay, this brings us back to RTZ's Nora. Is this
This is Nora and Nick. Nick and Nora.
fantastic? Nick and Nora. That had to be intentional.
It
I
had
love
to
it.
be. I wonder
And
if it
that brings
was.
us back to the beginning. So that is our screenshots and stories for this week.
Cool. Let's talk about what we're playing.
Let's do. What you been playing, Vendor?
Um, I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing, and we have some sort of black box on the OBS that you might want to. I don't know
Pardon?
what's going on
There
there.
is a big black block there. I don't know how to fix it. Where
It's
did it come from?
just mute AC gameplay.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Why did that come with the big black block?
Because it's a video.
Why is it a video?
We don't talk about it. I'll fix it
Okay.
later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if we would have never said anything, our audio people would have never known. So.
I know, but the I care about those with eyes. That came out wrong. Okay. So I've been playing
Silly or no, there are no challenge photos. I forgot to load them in. I'm sorry. We'll get to them next time.
Lee Benjamin says, vendor, we who have eyes, thank you. Oh,
Okay, I
okay.
almost sprayed water all over my keyboard there. That was.
I've
Whew!
been
Okay.
playing okay, so I've been playing Animal Crossing. As you know, I'm in California, so I'm traveling with family and I don't have access to the games that I would normally play, so I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing. It's been really fun. I get up in the morning, I have my coffee and I log in and I say hi to everyone and I check out all the things and I logged in every day through Christmas. I got to give presents to all the people, which was super fun, and I dressed up in a Santa outfit to boot, and they acknowledged that I was in a Santa
So
outfit and they loved it.
cute!
And I got a bunch of Christmas decorations. My island is still in full Christmas, and it probably will be till the end of January. Um, and I also celebrated New Year's, which was fantastic. I loved it. The fireworks, which were not really all that different from the summer fireworks, but the plaza was all decorated in balloons and they had signs and everybody was excited and dancing and blowing their poppers and their little light sticks and stuff, and
The
it
glow
was
stick
really exciting to
synchronization was really cute.
it was so cute. I really loved it. I actually, we were so tired on New Year's Eve that most of us just went to bed at like 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I had actually set an alarm so that if I did fall asleep, that I would wake up like 2 or 3 minutes before so that I could log into Animal Crossing. But it turned out that Carlo and I were still up at that point. So
Right.
I quickly had logged in before we went to sleep. And he also got to see it too, which was kind of cool. I think he liked it as well.
That's neat.
So our New Year's Eve countdown was in Animal Crossing in bed.
Beautiful.
So that was kind of cute. Um, yeah, I've really been working on redesigning my island. I've been moving people's houses everywhere.
Wow, I'm excited
Um,
to come visit.
yeah, and I've been trying to build yards and stuff, and I've revamped a lot of the rooms in my house as well, which I think you may have already seen. I'm not sure
I think
though.
I have seen some of your house changes.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What else have you
yeah.
been doing?
Other than that, I've been playing Zelda. So I
Mm.
have beat the final Divine Beast.
Okay, in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, in Goron with the Gorons.
Yes.
That was such a good puzzle. Loved it.
Mm-hmm.
It was definitely a lot easier than the other three. And I think it was because my character was just more high level at that point. So it was like way easier to beat the final boss and stuff, but I still enjoyed it. Goron City was a chore to get to.
It is. It's
I
rough.
used up all my elixirs and all of my food to get there. And then I finally got there and then I realized that I didn't have enough rubies or money to purchase the armor.
Mm-hmm.
So then I had to go to the shrine so that I could get a quick travel back to Goron City, and then I left to go sell a bunch of stuff, and then I fast traveled back to Goron City to get the armor, and I finally got the armor, and I did a bunch of stuff, and yeah. After that, I made my way down to the Korok Forest, and I did the trials in the Korok Forest,
Oh.
and they were so good. They were so frustrating. The one with the where you have to like follow the stupid kid through the
Yes.
forest. I must have done that like 30
I
times.
had to repeat that one a lot too before I
It was
got it.
so annoying. But yeah, it was good. I did do that. I haven't been able to pull the master sword out of the stone yet.
Really? So you
So
need to work on some more shrines then.
yeah, yeah. which is
Nice.
amazing because like I thought that I've done like a lot of shrines, but I
Mm-hmm.
guess I haven't.
Yeah,
So, um, yeah, I love it. Breath of the Wild is so good. I'm gonna play some more tonight. But
that's great. Breath of the Wild is
that's
such a good game. So
pretty
good.
much all I've been playing. I haven't watched the Fallout TV series yet, so don't
Well,
tell me
it
about it.
doesn't come out yet. It doesn't come out till April.
Oh, I thought it was out already. I
No, it
seen
doesn't come out
something
till
for it on.
April.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you? What have you been playing?
Well,
Oh, I was gonna say, by the way, Toy Day, Christmas Day,
mm-hmm.
very short.
It was. It was a
Yeah,
little short.
it was a little short.
Mm-hmm. I also have been playing Animal Crossing, and I enjoyed doing the Toy Day deliveries with the magic bag. Um, I think it's funny that it's a reindeer who is in charge of Animal Crossing's
And he has
festivities.
a black nose.
He does. It's so cute.
It's so cute.
Yes, and I did the New Year's Eve countdown event as well, and this was actually the first time I'd ever done it. I didn't realize that I had never done the Animal Crossing New Year's countdown, and I'm so glad that Jess reminded us that that's a thing. Because I mean, I've been playing this game for so many years and never did that, and it
It
was
was very
really
good.
really cute. Really enjoyed
Hmm.
it. I've been decorating my living room, my Animal Crossing living room seasonally. So I have a little New Year's Eve party set up in there right now. There's a little corner for the band to play and a snack table set up and all kinds of things. And I was thinking about, now that the actual New Year holiday is over, putting a gym in there for like New Year, New Me. Wouldn't that be so cute? I think I'm gonna
I
do
think you
it.
should do that. I think you
I'm
should do
gonna
that.
do it.
It'd be so good.
I also
In the main room or in the basement?
in the main room.
In the
Yeah,
main
in the
room.
main room. Yeah, the basement is the basement is a little museum right now. A little
Oh, that's
museum
right.
of
That's
things that
right.
I love. So I tried to play the Alan Wake Fortnite experience. I don't know why. I just decided that I wanted to try this. And Fortnite's horrible, man. Like I didn't even
What were you
play a match of
expecting?
Fortnite. And Vendor, I had to watch like 5 ads to get to the proper menu here. Like
Do you know which gas is the best gas to put in your car now?
I'm certain that I had some like brainwash from Exxon Mobil going on there, but it was so weird. I had you have to watch ads just to get to the next menu screen. Like on a mobile game, you know how they make you watch ads? Um Fortnite makes you watch ads. I had to watch like five
It's
ads,
so
and I
dumb.
finally got to the final screen there, and I was trying to start the game, and I could not get the game to start. Could not get it to start, and so I rage quit and uninstalled Fortnite. So that is the end of my illustrious Fortnite career. Fortnite is awful. Everything is awful. I hate everything. Um, don't hate Fallout 76 though. Still playing that. I did the second Atlantic City expedition. This one takes place at an aquarium, and it's really neat. There's actual fish there, and there's a lot of little story beats in that location where you can find some bits of lore and some new storylines, and
Mhm.
I really enjoyed that. Um, I strongly feel that this beautifully built location is wasted on the expedition format. I really do. I am told that there will be some an exploration and some quest lines and stuff that will be taking place there that are not part of the expedition. But having yet to see those, I mean, at this point, I don't believe that they'll exist until I'm playing them because
Really?
I mean, Bethesda's like earlier in the chat, Arjun said, you know, they promised us mods in Fallout 76 during the first year. We're still
Hmm.
waiting for that.
Hmm.
And they promised us pets. They put in some of the pet functionality. We've yet to see that. Um, I
Hey
just
man, survival
I'll believe it when I
mechanics in
see it.
Starfield.
I'll believe it when I see it.
That's where all the resources are going to. Survival mechanics
Yeah.
in Starfield.
Sulior says that it's supposed to be in March, so we shall see. Um, but I really enjoy the aquarium location. I enjoyed the characters there, and that format of the expedition was pretty fun. Um, I mentioned that they added some new locations in the forest, and there are also some new vendors in the forest area, and I chatted with one, bought a new plan, some new plans that they added, and so that was neat. And I participated in a Dweller drop stream with Jessica Starr, and that was some of the most fun I've had in quite some time. So I don't know if you're familiar with this type of stream, but it's basically human lawn darts. She built a
What?
camp at the top of the world, and another camp. There was stuff at the bottom as well, and there were four different scoreboards. So basically, you jump off of this platform, this very very high platform. Sulior was there as well. It was actually, I guess, the first time I'd ever spoken with Sulior. I felt like we had, because we've been in so many chats together, but it was the first time we'd actually spoken to each other. But you jump off this very, very high platform, and depending on where you land and where your loot bag is when you die, that is your score in the game. So it was so much fun. There were, I think, 7 competitors, and it was part of the Fallout for Hope fundraising event.
Great.
And I was not the best at this vendor. I did not win. But I also did win because I was the worst. I had a score of -20 by the end of this game, which was the lowest possible score. It was the lowest score that anybody had. And Charo Miami was one of the participants. She's an artist. She offered a prize to the lowest scoring person of a portrait commission. So I lost, but I also won. It was a really, really fun time. I got to meet some great members of the Fallout community, and it was so much fun. I'm so glad that Jess invited me to be a part of that.
Sounds really nice.
Yeah. I've also been trying to keep up with a bit of the homework, and hunting the Santa Scorched to get presents and stuff was really fun. But I have been blue screening ever more frequently, really often, really, really often. And this is a problem that I've had for years with this PC. And I think,
Was it before or after you dropped it down the stairs?
I actually had this problem before I dropped it down the stairs.
Okay.
And I think it's time that I need to build a new PC.
You know
So
what? It's crazy to think that you will have built two PCs in the time that I've had the one.
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But
This year is going to be the year I build a new PC.
mhm.
Hmm.
I'm struggling to really play anything on this thing anymore. So
Maybe you just
I'm
need a
gonna
new
have to start
motherboard
saving
because
some money.
your graphics card is good, isn't it?
I don't think it's that bad, no. But
Like you've got a
um
3080 or something, don't you?
I guess a 3070. But the
That's good.
this
I'm still rocking a 1070 over
I
here.
know, I know,
Hello.
I know, but I don't know what the problem is. I don't know why it's blue screening.
Hmm.
So without, I don't know.
Maybe crack her
That's
open and just make sure all your connections are secure.
maybe. But
You
that's
know?
been done since I dropped it down the stairs because remember the glass panel shattered and it was full of broken glass.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, when
Have you
Archon cleaned out that broken glass, and he carefully went through it. And
have you tried turmeric? I hear that turmeric helps with blue screens.
maybe I can rub some essential oils on it. I don't know. Oh my gosh. Okay. But I am having that problem, and it's getting to the point where I'm really struggling to play anything for more than 15 minutes. So, it's a
That's
problem.
tough.
it's a real problem.
I'm glad that we're still doing a show. Let's hurry up and finish this before you blue
Right?
screen.
Right. Ooh, Jess recommends holy water. Thank you. Yeah, let's try that. Maybe I can sage the PC case. I need a priest to bless it. I don't know. But in the when I am unable to play a PC game, sometimes I boot up Usagi Shima on my phone, which of course is that adorable rabbit game, and I have unlocked all of the bunnies, and the final bunny that you unlock is a little king bunny, and he wears a little crown, and he has a little flowing cape, and he's majestic, and I love
Cute.
him. I love him so much.
So cute.
And that is what I have been playing. So,
Wow. Well, that's a show.
yeah. I think that is a show, and I really had a good time, Vendor. Thank you for joining me. I
Mhm.
know it wasn't easy for you to set up away from home like that.
Well, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna take a picture right now, and then I'll send it to you of my little setup in in the Discord, and then you'll have it.
Great. Do you have anything you want to plug before we leave? Anything
Nope.
you? No.
Nope.
No. Okay, well, I will remind the listeners that this show is brought to you by Oak and Crow Coffee. You can visit oakandcrow.com to buy a bag of We Just Love coffee, and $2 goes to the Children's Miracle Network from every purchase. You can email us at info@wejustlovegames.com, info@wejustlovegames.com. And of course, you can find us on Twitter at We Just Love Games. I am Shalene L, SHALINEL. Vendortron is at VendortronN. We have a Facebook. We're facebook.com/We Just Love Games and facebook.com/groups/We Just Love Games. Find our Discord here on the Twitch page, twitch.tv/We Just Love Games, where we record live at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Find the show on YouTube, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Apple, Spotify, wherever fine podcasts are given away. Please like, subscribe, and review. Share the show. We love you so much. Thank you for listening. Vendor, do you have a last word?
Life is like Tetris. You just gotta wait for the right pieces to fall into place.